Good evening. I'm so happy to be here to talk to you tonight. My name is Christopher Norris, and as some of you may know, I was Anna and Ida's AP American Government teacher at University High School. Now, I was fortunate that I got to teach Anna and Ida at a time of national energy, the election of President Barack Obama. Talk about the good old days, right? It was an amazing time to be a teacher. Never before had our youth had such engagement with the body politic. And as proud as I was of their civic engagement, and I was proud, I used to offer them a warning. I would say, I'm very happy that you know who your senators and representatives are. I am. But do you know who's on your city council? Do you know what a school board does? Have you ever heard of an HOA and the power they can wield? I would urge them to remember a huge portion of the governing that really matters in our day-to-day life is happening a mile up the road. City councils, zoning commissions, election supervisors, mayors. Our communities are run by our neighbors, I would tell them, so yes, always keep your eye on Washington and make sure they know how you feel. But be sure you're giving an equal eye to those that are governing a mile up the road. Now, when I'm lucky enough to get to speak for Anna, and it is such a privilege, I usually can't help but throw in a story or two of Anna and Ida back in the day. I tell stories of their endless obsession with the Beatles and Star Wars, an obsession I share, Red 5 standing by. I talk about how Anna and Ida used to let friends who were in tough home situations crash on their couch for a few days, no questions asked, betraying their secret to nobody. I talk about how they once built a nearly life-sized helicopter out of chicken wire and wet newspaper, putting on what is to this day the best version of Miss Saigon I have ever seen in my life. I do these things and I tell these stories because I want you to know the Anna that I know. But looking out amongst all of you, I realize you already know who Anna is. It's the reason you're standing here. Now, I've been listening and nodding along today to the dire predictions of our nation's future. It's hard not to. But I think if we look inside and we dig deep, we'll realize we saw this coming. This was not a flash flood of fascism. It was a steadily rising tide of misinformation and abject cruelty. We have watched like a car stuck on the railroad tracks, unable to find the gas pedal, and we've been stuck for so long the damn train had time to hit us twice. And I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of feeling helpless. I'm tired of doom scrolling. I am tired of being afraid. Well, class, if something isn't working, it is only logical that we try something else. So perhaps it's time we focus our attention somewhere where we're not helpless, somewhere where we don't have to be afraid. Maybe it's time we put our attention a mile up the road. Because national shall become local faster than we think. We all know that our state will leap to be the first to try any half-baked idea the Orange Menace even half suggests. City Hall will be our last line of defense. And so it is critical now more than ever that we stand together as neighbors, our wills fused as one. I think we all know one day when the debts are paid and the dust has settled, our children will look us in the eyes and ask us, at this time, at that place, while the madmen pillaged and preened, when they came for immigrants and poor people and put pregnant women on lists, what did you do? And we damn well better have a better answer for them than I tweeted about it. No. We need to build a different future. We need to forge a new path. We need to escape the darkest timeline. We need Anna Eskamani. For you know as well as I that Anna's life and legacy has always been a call to action. She doesn't just go to Tallahassee and pound on the lectern and call it a day. Okay, well, she does that, but then she comes home, she feeds the cat, she eats some hummus, and she gets to work. Her relentless dedication and unerring empathy have been our shelter from the storm. And it is these qualities that have made her one of the most accomplished state legislators in history. A feat she accomplished, I remind you, spending every single second of her tenure in the minority party. So the situation we find ourselves in now, these overwhelmingly shocking odds, it scares us, but it ain't nothing but an Anna Eskamani Monday, I assure you. Friends, as someone smarter than me once said, we need not be bystanders in our own democracy. We are the architects of it. We need not be a passenger stuck on the railroad tracks. We're behind the wheel. And tonight we make a choice to stand, a choice to fight, a choice to believe that our city is worth more than hateful rhetoric and empty promises, that our neighbors, regardless of who they love, worship, vote for, or call themselves, deserve dignity and leadership that is grounded in action, not empty promises. That our future will not be dictated by those who seek only to profit from it, because we are the ones who will shape what happens next. We are the ones who will defy expectations. We will organize, we will outwork, outlast, and outfight those who have the audacity to tell us democracy is dead. I don't think so. And I remind you, friends, we do not fight alone. We fight being led by a woman who has never backed down, who has never been intimidated by power, and who has never hesitated to speak truth to it. Someone who has spent every day of her life proving that leadership is not about titles or inheritance or waiting your turn. It's about doing the work. It's about standing in an authoritative storm and never backing down. And that's why no matter what comes next, no matter how they try to stop us, I do not fear, I do not tremble. For friends, we will have Anna Eskamani a mile up the road. Thank you. Give them hell, Honor.